I want you to do something for me. Touch your arm. Feel it. That skin, that flesh, it feels permanent, doesn't it? Solid, continuous. The same arm you've had your entire life. The arm you're touching right now is not the arm you had 7 years ago. Not a single atom of it. Every cell, every molecule, every particle has been replaced. The you that exists today is made of completely different matter than the you from a decade ago. You are not a thing. You are a process, a pattern that maintains itself while the material constantly changes, and that changes everything. Let me give you the numbers, because the numbers are staggering. Your stomach lining replaces itself every 5 days. Every 5 days, you have a completely new stomach. Your skin, new skin every 2 to 4 weeks. You shed approximately 40 pounds of skin in your lifetime. Right now, as you sit there, you're producing about 30,000 dead skin cells per minute. You're a walking blizzard of your former self. Red blood cells? Gone and replaced every 4 months. The blood in your veins right now will be entirely different blood 4 months from now. Your liver? Completely new, every 300 to 500 days. Your skeleton, the thing you probably think of as the most permanent part of you, completely replaced every 10 years. Even your fat cells, which you might wish were less permanent, turn over every 8 years. The brain is the interesting one. For a long time, we thought brain cells didn't replace themselves, that you were born with all the neurons you'd ever have. We were wrong. Neurogenesis, the birth of new neurons, happens throughout your life, particularly in the hippocampus, the seat of memory and learning. But here's the truly unsettling part. Even in neurons that don't get replaced, the molecules within them do. The proteins, the lipids, the atoms themselves, they're constantly being swapped out. A neuron from your childhood might still exist, but it's made of entirely different atoms. So when you remember something from your past, the memory isn't stored in the same physical matter that experienced the event. The hardware has been completely replaced. The software runs on new machinery. Think about what this means. There is no physical continuity between you and your childhood self. Not one atom persists. The matter that made up that child is now scattered across the earth, in the soil, in the ocean, in other organisms, in the air. You are not that child grown up. You are a pattern that has maintained itself across a complete replacement of parts. It's the ship of Theseus problem, but it's not a thought experiment. It's your actual existence. The ancient Greeks told this story. Theseus had a ship. Over the years, as planks rotted, they were replaced. One plank at a time, until eventually every single piece of the original ship had been replaced. The question they asked was, is it still the same ship? Philosophers have debated this for 2,000 years. But you don't get to debate it. You are the ship. And the answer matters because it determines what you actually are. Are you the matter? No. The matter changes completely. Are you the pattern? The organization? The information? Yes. That's all you can be. You are not a noun. You are a verb. You are not a thing that exists. You are a happening that persists. And here's where it gets stranger. If you're a pattern, not the matter, then what maintains the pattern? What ensures that when your stomach lining replaces itself, it remains your stomach lining and doesn't become someone else's or something else entirely? DNA, you might say. Your genetic code is the blueprint. But your DNA is also made of atoms that get replaced. The physical DNA molecule in your cells today is not the same molecule from 10 years ago. The sequence is the same, the information persists, but the material substrate is different. So the pattern that is you is maintained by information, genetic information, primarily, but also by something else, something more mysterious. Memory, continuity of experience, the story you tell yourself about who you are. This has profound consequences for how you think about identity. When you say, I am the same person I was 20 years ago, what do you mean? You don't mean physically we've established that's impossible. You mean something about continuity of memory, of personality, of narrative. But memories change. Every time you recall a memory, you reconstruct it, and in reconstructing it, you alter it slightly. Your personality changes over decades. The narrative you tell about your life shifts as you reinterpret your past. So even the non-physical continuity is questionable. Who you are today is not who you were. Not physically, not mentally, not even in memory. You are a pattern that evolves over time, maintaining enough similarity to its previous iterations that we call it the same person, but that's a convenient fiction, not a metaphysical fact. Now, some people find this terrifying. The idea that there's no permanent you, no essential self that persists from birth to death, it feels like annihilation. But I find it liberating. Every cell in your body will be replaced. Every atom will be recycled. You are not stuck with the matter you're made of. You're not imprisoned by your physical past. The you that exists 7 years from now will be made of entirely new atoms. It will be shaped by the experiences you have between now and then, by the thoughts you think, by the choices you make. You are not fixed. You are not finished. You are in constant creation. And here's the beautiful part. This means change is not just possible, it's inevitable. It's built into the structure of what you are. You think I can't change, or this is just who I am? No. Who you are is a pattern that has already changed completely multiple times in your life and will change completely multiple times more. The matter will be replaced. The only question is, will you direct the pattern or will you let it drift? Because here's what most people don't realize. The pattern can be influenced. You're not a passive victim of cellular turnover. Every time you eat, you're choosing what atoms will become part of you. Every time you exercise, you're signaling which cells should be reinforced. Every time you learn something, you're rewiring the neural patterns that constitute your mind. You are, quite literally, building yourself out of the world around you. Atom by atom, cell by cell, thought by thought. The you that will exist in 7 years is under construction right now. You are the architect, and it goes beyond just you. The atoms that make up your body right now, where did they come from? Food, water, air. They were recently part of plants, animals, soil, ocean, atmosphere. Before that, they were part of other organisms, other people, other lives. The carbon in your cells was once in a tree. Before that, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Before that, another organism. Before that, the Earth's crust. Before that, a dying star. You are made of atoms that have been part of countless other structures, other patterns, other lives. And when your cells slough off, when you exhale, when you die, those atoms will become part of new structures, new patterns, new lives. You are not separate from the world. You are a temporary eddy in the flow of matter through the universe. This means that the boundary between you and not you is arbitrary, permeable, constantly shifting. The air you just breathed in, when does it become you? When it enters your lungs. When oxygen crosses into your bloodstream. When it's incorporated into a cell. The food you ate for lunch, is it you yet? It's being broken down, absorbed, used to build new cells. At what point does it transition from lunch to you? There's no clear line. You fade into the environment fades into you. You are not a discrete object. You are a pattern of organization that the universe is currently maintaining, but the matter is shared, borrowed, temporary. So here's what I want you to understand. You are not being deleted. You are deletion and creation. Simultaneously, constantly, every moment, you are dying and being born. Cells dying, cells being made, atoms leaving, atoms arriving, patterns dissolving, patterns forming. You are not a static thing trying to survive in a changing world. You are a dynamic process that only exists because of change. And this constant death and rebirth is not something to fear. It's what allows you to heal, to grow, to learn, to become something other than what you were. The rigidity you cling to, the desire for permanence, the fear of change, these are not protecting you. They're fighting against your fundamental nature. You are the river, not the stone. You persist through flow, not through resistance to flow. 7 years from now, you'll be made of completely different atoms. The only question that matters is, what pattern will those atoms form? Will it be the same pattern you have now, mindlessly repeated? Or will you use these 7 years to shape something new, something better? Something that takes advantage of the fact that you get to rebuild yourself from scratch. You are not a finished product slowly degrading. You are a work in progress, constantly being rewritten. The pen is in your hand. What will you write? We are a way for the cosmos to know itself. And the cosmos, it turns out, knows itself by constantly becoming something new, just like you.